हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम।
ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः सांख्ययोगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्ममृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येद्धे न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि। अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना। आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित्। देहि नित्यमवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि। स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि। धर्म्याद्धियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते। यदृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रियाः पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्। अथ चेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि। अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययाम् Sambhavitasya cha kirtihi maranadatirichyate Bhayadranaduparatam mansyante tvam maharathaha esham chetvam bahumataha bhutva yasyasi laghavam avatya vadamsya bahun vadishyanti tavahitaha nindantastava samadhyam tato dukkataram nukim hato va prapsyasi swargam जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मादुत्थिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जयाजयौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापमवाप्स्यसि एषा ते विहिता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात् व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखाह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनां यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्य विपश्चितः वेदवादरता पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मानः स्वर्गपराः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते त्रैगुण्य विषया वेदाः निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेमात्मवान् यावान् अर्ध उदपाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि योगस्तः कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्यो समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणा फलहेतवः बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम् कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम् यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतव्यस्य च श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यति निश्चला समाधावचला बुद्धिः तदा योगमवाप्स्यसि. Brahmana, can you get back to that Kamatmana Swargaparaha? Yeah, correct. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipaschitaha. This we have covered, I think, reasonably adequately yesterday. Any doubts further on this?
There were no questions in the question bank, but then there is an not related question. Can it be asked here?
Oh yeah, why not? I have seen your mail, Brahmara. That 22nd question was answered yesterday.
Yes, that was answered yesterday.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is regarding the agami karma.
Mm-hmm.
In the Tattva Bodh text, it is mentioned as the transliterate the meaning. It
Mm-hmm.
was it is the let me just read from the text 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what it says is agami jnanot patyanantaram jnani dehakritam punya papa rupam karma yadasti tadagami iti abhidiyate. So the results of action, good or bad, performed by the body of the realized soul, jnani, after the dawn of knowledge is known as agami. Are known as agami. So agami, based on this implies that it is only agami is related to the results of action of a jnani. But agami is for each one of us, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. Why that was mentioned in the Tattva Bodha is, there is a reason. Not that agami karma is limited to jnani. It is very nicely mentioned there. Jnani deha krutam punya papa rupam karma yadasti tadagami chabidhiyate. Jnani deha krutam. Whereas in respect of you and I and all of us, mama krutam, because I have the kartrutva bhavana and I have the bhoktrutva bhavana, I am not a palaviragi, etc., etc. So because of that, I will have to enjoy and suffer the karma phalas. Punyam cha papam. That agami is, that is stocked. That is stocked away. It gets into the sanchitam for me for later enjoyment. Why it is mentioned for the jnani alone particularly is, ye jnaninam nindanti, dukkha pradhanam kurvanti, etc. What jnaninam dukkha pradhanam kurvanti, jnaninam, yeah, jnani deha krutam papatmakam yat karma tat gacchati. Whoever, insults a jnani, whoever dukkha pradhanam kurvanti, makes life difficult for the jnani, and so on and so forth, then that person, whoever is doing this to the jnani deha krutam punya papa rupatmakam karma will be there. That is not to the jnani's account. It is simply the papatmakam karma is released to that person who does all this papatmakam karma to the jnani. And so too, ye jnaninam sthuvanti bhajanti sukha pradhanam kurvanti tan prati jnani deha krutam punya rupam karma tad gacchati, etc. I don't know clearly what was mentioned in the Tattva Bodha. It is to highlight that jnani deha krutam. Whereas in respect of us, mama krutam, tava krutam, that is very clear. Right?
So the jnani has only agami karma, no sanchita and prarabdha. Prarabdha, of course, in this life he has. But he doesn't have any Sanchita bank balance.
Agami karma also, it is as though there. It is just as though they are waiting for good people like you for the punya rupam agami karma from the jnani to go, and for somebody who creates a lot of trouble to the jnani, that papatmakam karma, jnani deha krutam papatmakam karma, that is very clear, not jnani krutam, because jnani has dropped kartrutva bhavana, bhoktrutva bhavana, aham karta iti na manyate. Aham bhokta iti jnani na manyate. He does not think. And all those things he has given up quite some time back. So that jnani deha krutam punya papatmakam karma tad gacchati. Okay? It is only in respect of that. Not that we don't have agami karma. We do have. If we do not have agami karma, there is no way sanchitam karma can accumulate. Just imagine, this is your nth karma, nth janma, and you have already had gone through yam janmas already, and all those agamis are stocked away in this sanchitam. And in this, whatever you do, that also gets into that. Okay? I agree with you in the Tattva Bodha, it as though gives doubt that it does not apply to common folk, that agami karma, which is not the case.
Yeah, it's clarified now.
Okay. Now, Bhagavan Krishna, when he is mentioning all these things, yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadancha abhipaschitaha vedavadarata pardha na anyadasti iti vadinaha. Incidentally, all of you are chanting the slokas at home by yourself or no? If you have not started, you would better do that. It will be very helpful. It will be a blessing. Kamatmanaha swargaparaha janma karma phalapradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya apahruta chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadhau navidhiyate. Why Bhagavan is mentioning all this? He is being as though very, very caustic against people who are stuck to the karma kanda. Who are stuck to the karma kanda, he is as though very, very aggressively chiding them. Now the reason is simple, because after having taken the Manushya Janma, you are required to study the Veda, conform to the Veda Vihita Karma, which includes the Yajna, Yaga, whatever. That's okay. That's up to your point. But don't you think that is the end of everything? Veda talks of a lot of rituals which are the means, and they have the ends also, which beautifully would be described, I believe, in the Veda. And that happens when you conform to the ritual very nicely, the result also will come very nicely. Now, you got stuck to the result. Kamatmanaha, Swargaparaha. Now, there are a lot of rituals mentioned in the Veda, I believe, in the Karmakanda portion of the Veda. And each ritual has a different, it's a different means for a different end. For a different end means different phala. And all these are phaladayakaha. Now you get you get mesmerized by these phalas of the means that you are adopting, means mentioned in the Veda that you are adopting. When will you get out of the rut? That is the Karma Kanda. Veda also has the Jnana Kanda. When would you get on to that? And you have taken the Manava Janma, which is very difficult. And after having taken that, you must use your Vichakshana Jnanam, Yavasayatmika Buddhihi. And after you have done that kind of a thing, rituals, etc., for some time, get out of that and come on to the Atma Vishaya Vichara. That requires Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi. And that Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhau Navidhiyate. For these people, it does not happen in their minds. Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi in Manasi Navidhiyate. It does not obtain. It does not obtain. That is what Bhagavan Krishna's burden in explaining this. Not that he was condemning the Karmakanda. He was condemning the Karmakandins for getting stuck there without graduating to the higher level. The higher levels are there. Veda has got the Jnana Kanda. When will you look at that? That is the point. Yavasayatmaka buddhihi samadhau na vidhiyate. Because elsewhere, Bhagavan Krishna himself says, in the 18th chapter, I think, Yajna dana tapak karma na tyajyam. They should not be given up. Yajna dana tapaha karma na tyajyam. Karyameva tat. They have to be performed. Karyameva tat. Yajno danam tapak karma pavanani manishinam. They have the effect of lifting the man from the karma kanda to the jnana kanda, right? And when that is the purpose of the karma kanda, why are you getting stuck in the quagmire of karma kanda all the time? You are already 60 years old. How long will you keep on doing this? When will you think of yourself? Who are you? Who are you? In the Atma Bodha we have seen neti neti iti vadinaha. Okay, neti neti. I am not this, I am not this, I am not that, etc. I am not the mind, I am not the buddhi, I am not the sense organs, I am not the karmendriyas, I am not the body, right? I am not the karta, suppose. I am not the bhokta. If you have gone to that level, it is great. If you have done that, it is great. Now you are negating all these things. Na iti, you have negated everything. Now, can you negate yourself? Can you negate yourself? The negator, can he negate himself?
No.
It is yeah.
No, it can't be possible. It's not possible.
Impossible. The negator, with what does he negate? He negates with the negator. How can the negator be negated? What all he is negating is with himself. And that himself is najayate, namriyate, najayate, namriyate va kadachit, na ayam bhutva bhavita va anabhuyaha, ajaha nityaha shashvataha, puranaha na hanyate hanyamane sharire. That na asataha bhavaha vidyate, nasato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha, ubhayorapi drushtontaha, tvanayo tattvadarshibhihi. All these beautiful verses we have seen earlier. And that fellow, that negator is this fellow. Negator is what? Sataha abhavaha na vidyate. He is the very Sat. He is the Satchit Anandaha. And that Satchit Ananda can negate everything. He cannot negate himself. Satchit Ananda. If he can negate himself, Sat becomes what? Asat. That is funny. How can Sat become Asat? Sataha abhavaha na vidyate. That is the statement from Bhagavan. Sataha of Sat, abhavaha, the non-being, na vidyate. It never happens. So that is how you can't negate yourself. So Bhagavan's cry as though is to lift these people who are stuck in the karma kanda out of that morass of karma kanda all the time. Not that karma kanda is denounced by Bhagavan, not at all. Because like I said in the 18th chapter, he says, Yajna dana tapak karma natyadyam. They should not be given up. Karyameva tat. It has to be done. But how long? How long? How seriously? Till when? And what do you want? What is your purushartha? What is your nishchitartha regarding moksha? How are you committed as a mumukshu? How are you committed? And if you are really committed, what are you doing about it? That is the emphasis in all these things. Yavasayatmika buddhihi samadhau na vidhiyate. Okay.
Also, can these when these pujas and homas, when the intention with which you do them is for the greater good, you're removing any selfish desires, you're not doing them for any selfish intent, then won't they be in line with your vyavasayatmika buddhi as part of purifying your mind?
You are right, but that is karma yoga anushtanam eva.
Yeah.
What you are saying is karma yoga, which requires vyavasayatmika buddhi.
Right.
What you are saying is right. You are leading to karma yoga, and karma yoga has got a tremendous purifying effect on the mind. And with the pure mind, you will be able to see yourself. Atma darshanam bhavati. That is the promise from all the Upanishads, from the Gita, from all the Vedanta Vakyas. It is that. Shankaracharya says in one sloka, Ardha shlokena pravakshyami eduktam grandha kotibihi. In half a verse, I am going to unfold pravakshyami. I am going to say eduktam, what was nicely mentioned in grandha kotibihi, in millions of grandhas. He says, I will mention this in half a sloka, and half a sloka is beginning now. What is that? Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahma Eva na Aparaha. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahma Eva. Natu Anyaha. That is the second half of that verse. Yaduktam Grandhakotibihi Ardha Slokena Pravakshyami. What a beautiful way to mention. Brahma Satyam. Satyam is what? Trikala Abhadeta Vastu Satyam. Satyam is Chit. Chit is what? Trikala Abhadeta Vastuvuhu. Brahma Satyam. Jagat Midya. Midya we have seen. Midya is what? Swakale Satyavad Bhati. Prabodhe Sati Asad Bhavet. In its own period of time, it shines as though it is real. Prabodhe Sati. Jnanotpachanantaram Asat Bhavati. It becomes Asat. Na Asataha Bhavaha Vidyate. That kind of a Jagat, Asataha, from the beginning, whether you have known it or not, it is asataha. For that, bhavaha navidyate. Sataha, for Brahma, which is you, Atma, sataha, abhavaha navidyate. There is no non-being for you. And when that is the case, why are you not making an effort to rediscover your lost self? That was the pressure that Bhagavan Krishna is bringing in all these verses, through all these verses. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadhau navidhiyate. What is the tatparya that vyavasayatmika buddhi is required? Vyavasayatmika buddhi is required. Without that, it will be a problem. It will be a problem because the Veda Karma Kanda, when you get stuck to, it has got tremendous number of ways and means. Okay, different ways of doing different things, and you will have different ends for those. If you get stuck there, you are stuck forever. You would like to get stuck forever, or you want to come out of the morass? That's the point. Look at it this way. Take some 3 or 4 year old boy or girl. Tell the boy or girl, hey, tomorrow is your birthday. I'm taking you to the toy shop. It's a huge toy shop and only toys and nothing else. Pick one toy of your choice, any toy you want, and you let go the child. Now, what kind of a confusion you have created in the mind of the child? For the child, everything looks very attractive and everything looks very desirable. He wants everything. He goes to, say, that room number 1 and he selects a lot of things. Goes to room number 2, also selects a lot of things. Comes back and says, I've selected those. And now mummy says, I've asked you to select only one. Go and select one. Now, poor fellow, you have left him with no choice. You have given him the troublesome confusion. Confusion is, poor fellow, this is the first time he has come to a huge toy mall. And in that, there are only toys and nothing else. Will you find fault with him? Will you find fault with him? No. The same fellow, supposing he becomes 10-year-older, this 3-year-old fellow becomes 10-year-older. You let him into the toy shop. What does he do? What does he do? Tomorrow is your birthday. Go pick up one toy. He simply goes and picks up a cricket bat. That's all, final. That vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadhau bhavati. For that person, not for the little child. People who are getting stuck in the karma kanda are like the little children. They should know to graduate out of that and come out. That is the point. Traigunya Vishaya Veda.
Nana,
Yeah.
can I add something here?
Uh-huh.
In case in a household, for instance, if unless these the daily pujas or small rituals are not they're not done, then how are we going to hand down the culture and tradition to the next generation?
No. Your daily Nitya Puja and things like that, you continue, please.
That is what the next the question I'm coming to is, what is the optimum? You said Krishna in the 18th chapter said Yajna Dana Tapah Karma. So is there an optimum?
Optimum is something you will have to decide based on the degree of mumukshutvam, based on the intensity of mumukshutvam. You have to decide. Bhagavan Krishna has left it for you. It is based on that.
But don't we have a responsibility to upkeep the tradition and culture, to hand it down to the next generation? Because
You
it is
have,
there.
but you wait a minute. You have a greater responsibility to yourself, madam. You have a greater responsibility to yourself. There are plenty of others who will hand down the tradition from generation to generation. What are you doing about yourself? That's it. Not many in the world will be mumukshus. If you are indeed a mumukshu, why are you wavering on that point? Be a mumukshu. And things will be taken care. And whatever Nitya Puja you are doing, you please continue doing. There is no harm. Again in the 18th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, Niyatasya tu sanyasaha karmanaha na upapajyate. Niyatasya tu sanyasaha. Niyatasya tu means the niyata karma, nitya karma, whatever, nitya karma, niyata karma, shastra vihita karma for you, that sannyasam, that giving up of that, na vijyate. Niyatasya tu sannyasaha karmanaha na upapajyate. It is answered. Everything is answered.
Yeah. Can you throw light on the on different karmas? Niyata karma and
Niyata karma, like you have the Sandhya Vandanam thrice about. If that is not there these days, not many people are doing Sandhya Vandanam, but they have kind of substituted with different kinds of other things. That must continue day in and day out. That becomes the Nitya Karma. That becomes the Nitya Karma, ordained by yourself on yourself. You continue doing that. Depending on the time at your disposal, okay? You're all working people, time at your disposal. You ordain yourself that you shall do this, this and this, and no more. And that will be for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Beyond that, you do not have the time because you have to rush to your workplace, that kind of a thing. It's okay, but continue doing that without fail. Without fail every day. That becomes a Nitya Karma. Niyatasya Karma becomes the Nitya Karma. Continue doing that. And like you said, you want to hand down the tradition to children. Children looking at you, they will, try to emulate you. You are handing down, but you have a greater duty to yourself. Number one. Number two, regarding the community uplift and things like that, tradition to be continued, there are several other ways. Don't you pride yourself that you are going to be the champion of the continuing tradition. There are several other ways. There are several other means. You have to take care of yourself. You tell yourself what you want. Question yourself. To what extent you are into this mumukshutvam? What do you want? What have you done thus far? What else is deficient? How can you make good that? What else you need to drop? Drop. In respect of that, in respect of mumukshutvam, if some activities need to be dropped, then you are waking up to the vyavasayatmika buddhi. That is good. Right. Is that okay?
yeah. But what all are included in the Nitya Karma apart from Sandhya Vandana?
Yeah, it is included.
Huh.
It's included.
No. Anything else included in the Nitya Karma according to Shastra?
According to Shastra, to my mind, that Nitya Karma is left to the individuals, to my mind. Shastra has given Vihita Karma, Shastra Vihita Karma. That is, it has ordained you have to do this, you have to do that, etc. That pertains to different strata of people. For a brahmachari, maybe it is much more severe, that Vihita Karma. For a gruhastha, maybe less severe. That kind of a thing.
Can
The
we have
choice is,
one of these days, can we have a little, can you throw some light on all of this? Because it will
Brahmara,
help.
when we
Yes.
are trying to get out of karma,
Huh.
why do you want to drag yourself into karma again?
No, it is like, no, but Krishna himself said all this should not be dropped. That is one.
True.
When such is the case, we need to know, be aware of what the Shastra says regarding Vihita Karma, regarding Nitya Karma. So that
No.
from that you can chisel out what you want to keep, what you can kind of drop. Right?
Okay.
Only for that understanding.
Imagine that is left to you, suppose. I would say that is left to you based on your sincerity, convenience, and time availability. If it is left to you, does it not be satisfactory? Okay.
Yeah.
It's left to you. Why do you, okay, whatever, supposing n number of activities you are undertaking every day as part of your Nitya Karma, suppose. What are those n number of activities going to be beneficial to you? Which way? If you can answer that, you will be in a position to drop most of them. Because are they Kamya Karmas? Are they being done with the Katrutva Bhavana? Are they being done with the Bhoktrutva Bhavana? Are they being done with the craving for the Karma Phala? All those things are obstacles in the progress for Atma Darshanam. If that is uppermost in your mind, you will yourself debate with yourself and come to a conclusion. This I shall drop. That is your choice.
Fine.
Nana,
Will you-
I want to say.
Pardon?
Brahmara,
Yeah.
In my case, I do something for 6 months continuously. Then I drop that thing and I pick up another Nitya Karma for next 6 months. Is it okay?
No, I did not understand. The audio was.
जैसे हम जैसे
Pardon?
जैसे मेरे साथ होता है कि पहले अभी जो 6 महीने में कुछ एक नित्य कर्मा कर रही हूँ तो वो नेक्स्ट 6 मंथ मेरा दूसरा बदल जाता है वो
Can you
मैं
reduce?
कंटिन्यू नहीं
Wait,
करती
madam, can you
Yeah, I
please
will
let
write.
me
Yeah,
I'll question, I'll put the
please
question
reduce your
forward.
speed of talking? Your audio was quite a bit distorted. I could not follow.
Okay, I'll put the question across. She
Uh-huh.
says, for 6 months, she does one particular type of Nitya Karma.
Mm-hmm.
And the next 6 months, she takes on another Nitya Karma, dropping the first one. Is that okay, is what she's asking.
What is Nitya Karma then? If you are dropping after 6 months, how does it become Nitya Karma? It becomes Anitya Karma. It is the 6 month karma.
Say, but
it
when
is
we
Nitya
say
only for 6 months. And it does not qualify as a Nitya Karma at all. If you have picked up, based on your wisdom, certain activities which fall into the groove of Nitya Karma and which will be okay for you for your time management and your your other activities and things like that, that please continue forever. If that is what has been picked up by you out of your own wisdom, don't give up that wisdom. That Nitya Karma, let it be Nitya Karma. Once in 6 months, it's not like a broomstick, you change the Nitya Karma once in a while. No, Nitya Karma is Nitya Karma forever. Only thing is, the elements of Nitya Karma, it is left to your wisdom. Okay?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, thank you. Now, can we go to the next verse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm particularly pleased with all of you and myself that we were discussing for the past 2-3 days only one set of verses, because they're very potent. They must be clearly understood, and that when they are clearly understood, then Karma Yoga will be understood nicely, which is a prerequisite for Atma Darshanam. There's no other way. Karma Yoga Anushtana is a prerequisite.
Another question, Anna, when you said Kamya Karma,
Mm-hmm.
all these things, all the sadhana that we're doing, be it yoga, breathing, meditation, or doing our Nitya Karma, all this is with one end, isn't it? That Kamya is to purify the mind. Does that also qualify as a Kamya Karma?
I do not know what all karmas you are undertaking.
No,
And
no. See, when we do things with the Karma Yoga Bhava, it is to purify the mind.
No. Don't go to Karma Yoga yet.
Okay.
We'll go to Karma Yoga when the time comes in. What I'm saying is, your Nitya Karmas, a set of those, you are doing for what? You are doing for what?
To purify the mind.
How are you sure they purify the mind?
That is what
And
the Shastra says.
Wait. When you are doing this, are you having the Kartrutva Bhavana or no?
In a way, yes, there is a Kartrutva Bhavana.
Yeah, Kartrutva Bhavana is there, no? Aham Karta. That Aham Karta Bhavana is there, isn't it? And that Nitya Karma will give me some phalam. So, you are Phalabhilasha. You are waiting for some phalam. If not now, later. If not Drushtaphalam, Adrushtaphalam you need. You are doing that then. So you are having the Bhoktrutva Bhavana, Kartrutva Bhavana, Phala, Bhoga Bhavana, Phala Sakti, all these things. These will not purify the mind. These will give you a certain commitment, a certain discipline with which to undertake the Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is you as though give up the ego that you are the doer. Aham na karta, aham na bhokta. And I am not the cause for the karma phala, because the causes for the karma phala can be many. In the following verses, we are going to get that. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. Many. And for all those many things, I will not be in a position to be responsible. So, I will surrender the karma phala to Bhagavan. Ishwararpana buddhya aham karma karomi. With that attitude, I will take up the karma. And afterwards, whatever is the karma phala, I will take that as prasadam coming from the Lord. I will very gladly take it. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha alabho jaya ajayo tato aham prasadam swikaromi. That kind of a thing, that bhavana, that attitude. Karma yoga is purely an attitude, a shift in the attitude for the better. For better for what? For your betterment. Karma yoga anusthana will lift you like anything. And when you start practicing, you will realize how nicely it is helping you. Like that little child who has been pushed into the toy shop. Now you don't have confusion of picking up this and that and that and this. What choice is there for you? Nothing. Any activity you are doing with karma yoga bhavana, everything you are doing with karma yoga bhavana, so you are sanctified, you are purified. Your mind is with you. It is not wavering. And mind is always committed to what? Moksha. In the karma yoga anusthana also, knowledge is important. Knowledge, like we people have been studying the Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, now the Gita. This is knowledge. This is important. This is required. And whatever karma day in and day out we do, if we do those with karma yoga bhavana, it will be highly sanctifying. Right? Not only that, highly sanctifying, because you are giving up the kartrutva bhavana, the karma phala. Does it get attached to you?
No.
You are dropping the kartrutva bhavana. So karma phala is not there for you. So your agami is not there from now on. Don't you like that?
Is that the only bhavana you should have? Drop the kartrutva bhavana, or something more you should have?
Drop the kartrutva bhavana, drop the bhoktrutva bhavana. After having dropped these two, drop that you have dropped these.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
In the Shanti Parva of the Mahabharata, Bhishmacharya tells Yudhishthira, give up this, give up this, give up this, etc. And afterwards he says, Yena chejasi tat cheja. With what you are giving up all these things? With what are you giving up? With the ego, isn't it? With the ego. Yes, with aham chejami. I'm giving up. Yena chejasi tat cheja. With what you are giving up, that also you give up. That's it. Okay? And
yes, thank you.
Okay. Those whose minds are covered, beautiful. This English translation is very nice. Flowery speech, recommending many rituals of various. Ramara, can you shift it up slightly? Arjuna, those who are full of worldly desires and devoted to the letter of the Vedas, who look upon heaven as a supreme goal and argue that there is nothing beyond heaven, are unwise. See, that is what Bhagavan is saying. They are unwise. Yeah, can you shift? They utter flowery speech. This flowery speech will be very, very beautiful to listen also. Very pleasant to listen. Flowery speech, recommending many rituals of various kinds for the attainment of pleasure and power, with rebirth as their fruit. With rebirth means with a better rebirth. You will be born in a better environment. You will have better parents. You will have a wealthy environment. You may be born as a prince. You may indeed be born as the king of the land, that kind of a thing, all those. Those whose minds are carried away by such words and who are deeply attached to pleasures and worldly power cannot attain the determinate intellect concentrated on God. That is what is required. If this is your choice as a mumukshu, if this is indeed your craving as a mumukshu, what are you doing about it? That is a question you have to ask yourself. That is the burden of Bhagavan, Krishna's, all those slokas. Hey, you want moksha, but what are you doing about it? You simply say, I want moksha, it will come like a mango, ripe mango falling down from the fruit. You have to do something because you have come here with a tremendous load of punyam cha papam karma collected from ananta koti janmanam. All those things will have to be sublimated. They have to be burnt away. And then only you will know who you are. That requires the vyavasayatmika buddhi. Yeah. Good. We will continue from this Traigunya Vishaya Veda tomorrow. Any questions for that tomorrow, please? Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om, Nana.
Hari Om, everybody.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om.